We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics and a mind. Two mics. Watch this. And a mind. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to my time.
Yeah. We back.
Hello.
We
How are
back.
you guys?
That's it. We back. Been waiting on these people. What y'all been doing? Y'all been missing. We've been waiting on y'all this whole time.
Is it freezing cold where y'all at?
No, not inside the heat.
Oh man, let me
The
tell you
beautiful
something. Where
water.
I'm at, it's real cold, but everywhere I go, the ladies keep telling me,
You need to probably go down to a clinic and see if you got a venereal disease, because at some point they're gonna miss.
You burning them up.
Are they grabbing around the crotch area when they say you hot?
let me
That
tell you
might be
something.
a
I'm
venereal
doing
disease.
good.
Let's put it
I'm
out
feeling good. I'm looking good. What
We ain't heard
more
it
can I
yet.
say?
Nothing. Not until you ready to tell us the truth.
And the old folks say, I'm glad I'm in the land of the living while the blood still flowing warm in my vein.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. As a matter of fact, I'm so glad to be here. I want y'all to go ahead and raise an offering. Y'all know what it is to raise an offering. You got to hit that cash out. Tuli, tell them what type of record we trying to break this week.
Get the cash out. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything that everybody can do.
You know,
You
I want
making
to put
moves.
something out if I could. I know we still waiting
Absolutely.
on President Joe to give us our little 4 to 5 inch drop lock. That's it. The Latina white. Have we got that yet, Joe? Have we got one? You got to come
Well,
on.
we didn't hit the 300 marks. I was like, I'm not.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
A deal is a deal.
Listen.
I tried it when it was 200 reach. It is what it
It
is.
won't-
People are.
It won't
cliche.
come out. We
We
need
just
that.
wouldn't.
Joe. We
I was
need
like,
that.
no, it got to
That's
be
right.
more. It got to be more.
Come on, we got to get it. Let me tell you something I would like to do. I'm just throwing this out here. I was thinking about it. Again, we appreciate all our wonderful supporters. You know, I recommended a movie to a lot of our people to watch, you know, the way y'all members. And I recommend it. It's Sound of Freedom. And I really would like for those who haven't, who watch it, who may not watch, you know, they wouldn't know. I meant to announce it at service last night. Sound of Freedom, and I'll tell you why. It really puts the movie. It's a documentary, somewhat movie based off a true story. I'm gonna say that it involves young people, our young people, our kids. Being sex trafficked. I'm talking about small, even babies. They show real footage of babies. You guys seen, I'm sure. Real babies being kidnapped, kids just being snatched on by people with motorcycles, taken off, driven off, showing adults, you know, reenacting this, of course, with kids, you know, transported over state lines. This is a major problem. I typically on my tweets before I see what I knew about, I always put in there about, you know, save our kids. Anybody follow me on Twitter? People don't usually say anything. It's heartbreaking, because I come from a genuine place about doing that. I would like, of course, we want this feedback of the turd, but I would like for you guys to watch that if possible. But what I want you to do, this show, if we can, I really want us to find out how to reach the gentleman who is the real live person who the actor portrayed. Find about that organization that he works with. I want to believe that he's authentic, you know, based off his character and being a father with so many kids. I would like for whatever we raise to donate that to that cause. It's not a lot, but I would really like to help out with that. I'm a father of 4, myself and Tuli, 6 grandkids. I mean, I would be totally devastated. And to know that people wouldn't care and that people wouldn't support. There were instances on that movie I cried. Some people I know, they're no longer friends. There are people I know. They didn't cry. They told me, "Oh, preacher, you believe that you fell for that man. And I was like, listen, the movie was really touching, with the kids, just seeing the kids, and those kids did a great job reenacting that, showing the passion. When I say the passion, making you really feel the empathy for those kids and the abuse. That part was very important. I felt the empathy for it. I would really like for us to, reach out to him, that organization, if he has one or whatever, if he's still involved. I mean, that takes a lot. And I know he fought a lot of people inside of his own organization, because when it comes down to child molestation and kidnapping and trafficking, this is not something, I know the movies will show you the little low-level people. Those low-level people they're not the people keeping the kids. They make the money from selling the kids. So you have to ask yourself, what type of people have $10,000 to pay for a kid to keep? Those people only kidnap. I mean, I want all of them in prison. Don't get me wrong, but think bigger than that. Who are the people that are purchasing the kids? Mm-hmm. America is one of the number one, places. Atlanta, Georgia, where we live at, is a high sex trafficking state. Even hotels love that. I know you had some things lined up, but if we would, there were some hotel chains that were involved. Tulio, you was on mute. I didn't hear anything. That were involved and were selling, if I'm correct, were selling lawsuits because they were involved. They have certain rooms. No, we can't hear you. They have certain rooms that they use that they are actually, if you could look that up right quick, if you don't mind, Love Doctor, I would really get.
For you guys that don't know, I can't go on details, but my main job comes from this movie. Well, this movie was founded. My salary is paid out of that. I do work with illegal immigrant kids. It is true. My job is to go to the houses to see that they haven't been trafficked, sexually molested. Some of them have been, so we have to give them therapy, do assessments for them. They come from all over the world. I can't say much, but I have a little girl that comes from Jamaica, that went from Jamaica to Mexico, from Mexico here to Georgia, and some of them don't make it. Some of them get lost in that transition of them trying to make it here. But yeah, it's real. We've lost a lot of kids. We've lost, and I think it's $150 billion that were given for the foundation to start. And my main job, although I have other therapy jobs, that is with the sex trafficking kids. So.
No, and that's good. And people need to know that. And on the show, and I want you to finish, Dr. Joe, if you would say anything else on that. Love Dr. Tuli as well. Just I don't know, it was kind of on me. You know how you watch things and yet we don't, people don't really get it. I want you to put it back up. I just want to say this, and I want y'all to comment, please. And our viewers, a lot of y'all just sit and comment. I want you to come on and comment, because it's about our kids. I really love kids. The kids we have to wear, y'all are very special, every one of them. I would never tell all of them that, because about 1, 2, 3, 5 of them are my mortal enemies. 6, Xavier, I added him, he blind. I got some against blind kids. But anyway, but all of them are truly special, and I would really hate for something to happen to them. And with saying that, I wouldn't want anything to happen to any kid. I don't care what color, what race, what country. It's not fair. It's unjust. But just looking at this, what Love Doctor put up. You want to read it for us, Love Doctor, please? Let them know what it said.
The Red Roof Inn has settled allegations it participated in and profited from years of sex trafficking at 2 Atlanta area hotels on the eve of a trial due to start in federal court on Monday.
That was in November the 27th, 2023. So yeah, people need to know that. 2000, yeah. The trial was going to start November the 27th. They just settled sex trafficking. I know the Red Roof Inn. I mean, when I was coming out, that was a dope hotel. It was at one time a decent one. Then it turned into a drug hotel. And then you can see why. That was the cover. There are rooms that they don't rent out to people. So these people come in and you can sneak these kids out through these hotel rooms. They got hideaways that you can get them out. And this is only one. A lot of your major hotels, again, we have to say it's accused, it's active. But if you settled, it's because you had some involvement. It said that you profited. This is an update. This just happened November. People, we're just in the early stages of January.
Yeah.
So now, this is what you ask yourself: is the Red Roof out of business? Have they closed down, or they paid the money and continue? As did Johnson & Johnson about the talcum powder. This is the problem. We can't just sue you and you pay money. There need to be criminal liability, and you need to be shut down. None of these people should be left open. This is the problem I have. Why are these companies still left open to make money? They'll recoup their money. You take the room prices up. So how did you hurt them? The federal government gets there. Where did the money go? To the victims? No, it goes to the federal government in their pocket, which in turn come back around again and continues to fund the child sex trafficking. I would like for us, if the group agrees, and I know you guys are, whatever we raise tonight, I would like to raise it, and I'll double what we raise. Let me stop. I'll match. I said double. I'll come out too because I care. I want to find an organization. How about this, Dr. Joe? You work in it. You tell us. You find it. We'll do that. We trust that. We can't trust on a turd now. Let's be. I'm gonna rate all that don't trust on the turd. I need to see. I don't trust on the turd. Thank y'all. Love Doctor. You trust on the turd because we ain't seen it.
Hey, I have a question.
We need an answer first, then ask your question. Raise your hand if you don't trust her on giving us the turd.
I don't trust them.
Raise the hand then. That's the answer. Thank you. Go ahead. What's the question?
The validity, so I'm Googling and I'm researching some stuff, and I don't know if this is accurate information. So I was trying to find out who is the real life inspiration behind the movie Sounds of Freedom. Is that the name of Sound of Freedom?
Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, there's a documentary. I think the kid was scary.
It's saying that it's a gentleman by the name of Tim Ballard. I don't know if these accusations are true. Is this the gentleman that you're referring to?
Yeah, I had Tim.
So you see what it's saying? The allegation that happened to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
It's saying that Tim Ballard, the real life inspiration behind Sound of Freedom, faced legal problems and resigned as CEO operation of the Underground Railroad due to sexual assault allegations.
Oh my goodness, legal problems.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know how true this. I don't know how this trial went. I don't know what happened here.
So my question is this the one that you're referring to?
I'm just saying this as you put it up, so I'm just as long. That's why I said this is why I said look it up. I mean this. Let me say this. This could very well be a situation where he was framed because people want him out. It could very well be a issue that he did. But he had a lot of kids himself. Listen. I don't have pity for any of these adults that sleep with these kids. Okay, bury him in prison. Bury them. I'm talking about bury them. Don't let them out. I mean, literally put the dirt on top of these guys and let them lay there. I don't care. When you injure kids, when you take the innocence of kids, that's why we got so many screwed up adults, parents that I never touch my kids, never my daughters, ever so precious. Any kid. I just don't get it. There are so many women who are looking for men. You can pay for them. You can get them crack cocaine. You can let them drive in a pretty car. You can take them out somewhere to eat. To mess with a kid is just mind-boggling. Let me tell y'all are women. Let me ask y'all a question. If I have $10,000 to spend, are there not plenty of women that'll sleep with me?
Yeah.
$10.
That's what I'm saying. Why bother kid? It's
$10, right?
$10,000. There's not many women that's gonna say no
for free now and then. It's just
for free. Let alone you talking about $10,000. But the bag it's sick. It's deeper than this. Is what they'll say. Oh, it's not about sex. It is about sex. I don't know why people say these crimes are not about sex when it's sex. Okay, that makes no sense. But this is some theoretical mumbo jumbo that people come. It's about sex. It's about dominating the victim. It's about watching. It's about being a predator. It's about, oversizing the victim, dominating the victim. They feed from the fear. They feed from the hurt. They feed from the injury. Now, Dr. Joe, degree, she works in the field. She can say what she thinks. But I know typically they'll teach them that it's not about sex, which makes absolutely no sense. Like a man robbing a bank is not about the money. That makes absolutely no sense.
I honestly always felt like they've made it into a mental illness to defend this group. because now we have a leeway to say, hey, it's a mental illness. Let's work with these people and help them out too. But I really think it's sick that you please yourself with a 3-year-old, 4-year-old. We see babies where like their parts have been destroyed, babies. And it's like, how do you get pleasure out of a baby destroying their little vaginas? Like, it's traumatizing for us
How you
too.
even get in there? I mean, it's not how you even get in there. It's a baby.
A baby, like, and like, obviously the baby
Violent,
is dead,
screaming
but
baby, injured, hurt baby. Listen, this is what I say. They don't want to give me that gun, boss, and that job. I'm gonna tell y'all what. I will bring no man to judge. Listen, if I literally seen you doing this, literally, I know for a fact you did this. I know for a fact you don't have to worry about your day in court. I leave it right there. Listen, you don't have to worry about. Listen, I'm gonna save you legal fees. I'm gonna save you. Oh man, you're gonna be in jail. They're gonna be gang raping you. That's not true. Man, they're gonna take you. They're gonna have you in a hole. The guards gonna be beating you. If I caught you, and I know for a fact you did it, I can assure you, you will never see a day in jail. You will never see court. You won't need an attorney. That's all I can tell you. I mean, that'll be off your, that part will be off of you. That you don't have to worry about. I just couldn't imagine taking this person to jail. I just couldn't imagine.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what color the kid was. I don't care if it could be it could be my own brother. It could be my uncle. You did that? Listen, you're not making the court. Don't even worry about no, listen. I'm gonna be in jail. I said, that's a lie. You're not going to jail. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. That's let you go to jail and let those people do that to you. No. I'm like, it's like y'all ever seen that movie, Silver Street with Martin, and he was finna lock up Dave Chappelle, and that was his friend. He was like, man, listen, man, I need you to go to jail, man. You got skills. You shouldn't be out here. He said, give me the gun. He said, man, you gotta give me the gun. He said, give me the gun. And he said, no, I gotta take it. He said, huh? And knocked him out. I will not let you go to jail. I just couldn't see that happen to you. Something much nicer in life should happen to you than jail. That's right, Blue Street. That's how I feel. Like I gotta take it. At that point, no. But anyway, I might have jumped off a 7. It's good that Resident Joe works in that field. So if you know a reputable, so what we'll do, because we're not trying to take money from people for now. We do need that money for that turd. I'm gonna tell you that, but that we're gonna need to take that. But the money for the kids, we would like to Resident Joe, an organization that you know, that you feel comfortable that they actually literally do it. And I know people might look at, they want to go to kids. The people that do the work need to be paid too. People sometimes say dumb stuff. Nobody can work for free. I mean, these are man hours at times away from your family. Yeah. It's people that will put the time in and do it and will work over the time. They just got to be compensated. As far as my family's not going without my home's being taken care of. It's like me as a pastor. That's ridiculous to ask me to involve all of my time, all of myself, all of my energy into it and say, do it for free. That makes absolutely no sense. How's my family supposed to survive? They had to give up. My wife had to give up a lot of part of me. She has to give up a lot of things that an average wife gets with her husband at times. My kids had to deal with that. It's things we couldn't do because their dad's a pastor. And so at least, I like to be able to give them things, and things don't replace the time and you being in the conversations, but it at least, just say, hey, I understand, I can bear with it. A lot of parents, like police officers, they should be compensated. The ones that put out there and put their lives online. You can't ask a man to go out here. I call the police saying, help. There's a man in here shooting, trying to kill me, stab me. Is this a call I really want to rush to? Hey, 5 guys got a gun shooting, and I want to turn some lights on one person with a handgun. And I want to get there as fast as I can for 5 guys shooting assault rifles. Are you serious? To get what? Nothing? And my pay? And I got to work 3 jobs, this job, overtime here, and a part-time? He shouldn't take the job. Then you shouldn't call the police. I'm sick of it. Yes, we have rotten, bad police officers, and we have police officers that go beyond the call of duty because they care.
So what I did, I found another article. I didn't know if you still want to, but I found more details about Tim Ballard. the guy who the operation Railroad, Underground Railroad, or whatever that resigned, the movie Sound of Freedom was based on. I found a more detailed article. If you want more information about him, I can pull that up.
Always. I mean, we dealing fast. We don't owe him nothing. Listen, ain't listening to unlike a lot of these people. It don't hurt my feeling with these people. He ain't no God to me.
All right, so basically what he's saying, Tim Ballard's departure from Operation Underground Railroad followed sexual misconduct investigation. I won't read the whole entire article.
Let me say this. I'm almost sure. Guess what? His sexual misconduct came in with. Probably, I'm sure, with another worker. Look it up. I see that I was a kid. Look at it. And they probably forced his hand. He was sleeping. Think about it. He out there all those hours. He ain't nobody feel all of him to the way we do. And no doubt he probably got misconstrued with a woman. Almost guarantee it. I can't see it. What does it say? Who's it with?
All right. So sources familiar with the situation said.
Nope. Start that first. That first will answer all his questions. Go down. The one before you get ready to start talking. Right there. Tim Ballard's exit.
I can see it. Okay, you gonna read it? Sources familiar.
Yeah, I'm blowing it up bigger.
Okay.
Tim Ballard's exit from Operation Underground Railroad early this year followed an investigation into claims of sexual misconduct involving 7 women, according to sources with direct knowledge of the organization.
That's what it was.
Okay.
See, I'm gonna tell you, no doubt, and I'm gonna say this: possibly what happened.
It tells you right there. You can go.
What does it say?
Go ahead.
All right. So the next paragraph says sources familiar with the situation said that the self-styled anti-slavery activist, who appeared to be preparing for a Senate run, invited women to act as his wife on undercover overseas missions aimed at rescuing victims of sex trafficking. He would then allegedly coerce these women into sharing a bed and showering together, claiming that it was necessary to fool the traffickers. Interesting.
He was ex-CIA, so you do have to go all the way. But let me say this. That's wrong. If you manipulated them to do it, very, very wrong. Very wrong. I don't have no pay. But, the way it's kind of written, it start off, the man dealt with self-trafficking, then you say sexual misconduct. Sometimes you will allude a story, allude people to a story to feel like he himself was sleeping with kids. That's why I already knew it had to be misconduct. It was him and other women. And it's hard to believe that 7 different women were that brainless and they went for the whole income. First of all, they're not in here. Why would they need? They might need to see us in the bed if you come to the door, but you wouldn't need to see us in the shower and my penis in you. Come on, some stuff. Come on. I mean, and let me say this, please. I know there are women that are victims. Just like the young lady case, I spoke about her from the P. Diddy thing. There are real issues in women that have been manipulated. Let's just be honest. But at some point, we got to stop the stupid stuff. Let's stop trying to use every time you look around, I'm sexually assaulted. Some stuff don't make sense. The sex traffic is not in him. Why are we in the shower? Why is your penis in my vagina? No one's in here but us. This makes no sense. What are they going to do? Check you? How are they going to check you to see if my penis was in your vagina? This makes no sense. And now when women want money, or no doubt, let me say this now, when you start going after these sex traffickers, you involve yourself with people that are in opposition that they themselves are sex traffickers. Look at all the names coming out with Jeffrey Epstein. 150, 170.
Oh, buddy, you might say a lot on that one.
Since we talking, let it go. I mean, look, and everybody now innocent. Bill Clinton 73 times, and he said he never been to the island. Of course, you can say when the man dead. People have said you've been there before all this stuff. So these people tell lies. And it gets old.
Yep. I saw some of the names on the list. What did y'all think about some of the names y'all heard on the list?
What names I heard? David Copperfield.
Michael Jackson. I believe Michael Jackson probably came for entertainment purposes.
I'm sure he did, to entertain himself. To get him some more bubbles.
He got his own Neverland. Why would I?
When you're a sexual predator, I don't think that's an end to what they'll do. And it's always, I think they try to outdo each other. I think their end becomes what you have to look I I had a principal when I was in high school, and a lot of times what people don't realize with these people, they're not the people. All of them are not the people that just come up and grab a child and rip their clothes off and sleep with them. A lot of them are very persuasive in conversation. A lot of them are they'll get authoritarian jobs. So it's the fact that they have that superiority of the position over you to manipulate. They know how to do conversation. They know how to watch. A lot of these people are really not dumb. The dumb ones are the people that grab them off the street. When you hear we arrested 50 traffickers, sex traffickers. You know who they don't tell you to arrest? 50 other people that purchase them.
No.
Because these people are typically smarter and they know how to manipulate. That's why they keep their hands clean.
They have people working for them.
When you catch them, they can say, "Oh, I didn't know the child. I bought the kid because I was trying to adopt him. I thought I was helping the kids." See, I'm telling you, they're great covers. They have a wife that'll cover for them. A lot of these people, their wives know that they play it. Notice, even just
the wife know.
The wife knows her husband is gay. Okay, a lot of these women know this. They will cover up for the fact of the security. Think about it. A lot of them will get wives to where what? They don't work. So the sole support is the husband. So now he gets kids by her. Now she has to think about this. If I turn him in and I'm the only person, he's the only worker provider for this home and family. I'm going to lose I got to think about my kids. They can say, well, what about the kids out there? Her mental is going to be what? What about my kids? They're going to be victims. So therefore, and these women need to go to jail. They need to go to prison. They need to go to prison for covering this up. But this is typically, I think, the ideal thinking of most women. Go ahead. Those are the names. Yep. Stephen Hawkins, the sicko. We'll show a picture of the sicko.
Yeah, they got quite a bit of names on the list. This is just the first batch. I put up the rest of them. I just popped that one up first.
No, they look at this. Yeah. Those names are Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Alan Dershowitz.
One thing that I did notice is that the people, not all the people that names are listed were actually, clients are actually involved.
Alan
900 pages. As I was, finding more information about it, like for instance, Michael Jackson's name is on the list. But Michael Jackson's name is on the list is because he performed at one of his events in Palm Beach. So it's like, yes, Michael Jackson has met him, but it's because he was hired to perform at one of his events. So it's kind of like just because the people's names are on the list doesn't necessarily mean that they have any type of bad implication.
Let's do this.
The other thing I looked at is that a lot of the people on the list who were mentioned, they're already dead. So they're waiting for some of these people to die, and then they're releasing their names. Another thing I noticed is with Donald Trump, from what they were shown, Donald Trump was not involved. The only way Donald Trump was mentioned is because the Epstein, one of the 6 girls who was sex trafficked, her father worked as a gardener at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. So that's how they're trying to link Donald Trump when you actually don't have any involvement at all from what they showed so far. It was just that the father of one of the victims worked at one of Donald Trump's facilities.
So let me say this now. Donald Trump did admit to knowing him and that he did have a young kid in his hotel on the interview. I saw that myself a couple of years ago. And he said that they came and told him about it. And he said, get him to blank out of there. He said, kick him out. They told him, his workers told him that he had an underage girl. He looked at a video, it's an interview with him. He said, I told him to get him to blank out of there. He did know Giselle. And when they told him that she was sentenced for 20 years for the child, pull that interview up. When they told him about her being sentenced, they interviewed her. He was president. He said she's a nice lady, and I hope things work out for her. Now, she was convicted for grooming those girls, being a co-conspirator. And his comment was, pull up and let him say. He said he didn't. He said that he knew her. She was a nice lady, and he hoped things worked out for her. Now, mind you, you are convicted for coercing young girls to sleep with this man and other people like Prince Andrew. All these people. We got to say this to allegedly all these people. It's just retarded. So To me, you just say, I don't care about her. I know her. So what? Is she wrong? She wrong. I don't get this stuff with people. We have to get out of our loyalty to people when things are wrong. You know, it's like, no, I can't agree with that. You're wrong. You shouldn't have. She is the only. And then to look at this, with all these cases, notice one thing, and I mentioned to someone today, with Griselle, how I pronounce her name. She was convicted for grooming these young girls, not for sleeping with them. Okay, let's look at that. Notice there is no man who slept with these girls convicted or in prison. But a woman is convicted. Only a woman has been sentenced to prison. No man has been to trial. No man has been to prison for having the sex with these kids. Now tell me that ain't just something you need to think about.
Yeah. I think it's because who's in control of the whole system is involved in this stuff.
And they got her hid away. You know, to the day she said she won't tell. She offered to tell before she got sentenced. They told her, nope, too late.
And now like 20 years or something like that.
20 years. Explain to me this now. She was none of these girls ever said she slept with them or she touched them, to my knowledge. Y'all notice that? No, that was never a question. The question was, not the question. The accusation was she groomed them as far as she took them from the parent, brought them to these guys. Why aren't any men in prison if she's doing 20 years for just bringing them to them? How much time should the person that committed the sex get? And why is no man in prison? Not one man is waiting to go on trial. No men group, nobody. And the names you hear, none of these people are going to trial. Their names are only mentioned. How many times they flown on his plane? Like Michael Jackson, they say Michael Jackson, he only performed. Let's stop being stupid. So he performed, then left and flew out. Let's stop it. You knew him. This is a big name. You're a big name. I know you. You came to my home and you did it. And I bring young girls and I have sex with them too. So let's just be practical with these people and let's stop being stupid. Yes, I don't believe everyone has slept with her. Alan Dershowitz name was called. He did go after the girl to sue her. Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago after sex crimes hit on member's daughter book claims. So you see. So let me ask you a question. When did he ban him?
After
what? After what?
Hit on his member's daughter.
When the criminal hit on member's daughter. Okay. So I'm sure that's what the book claims. So he was okay before that. To somebody's daughter, you didn't like.
This is showing back in 1992 when Jeffrey Epstein met Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. And the girl Griselle,
they've been knowing each other for a long time.
Well, let me mention this. I looked at some things on him before, and it's been back. The girl Giselle, her history goes back as far. Her father was a newspaper. He owned a newspaper company in England. That's how she knew Prince Andrew. Her daddy was really big. They were filthy rich there, and she was the baby daughter. Her father died, and when her father died, that put their family in a big mess because they were sued. He messed up everybody's retirement money, so the family was sued. They lost a lot. That's how she hooked up with Epstein. When she hooked up with Epstein, because of all of her connections, that's how he met the Clintons. He met Andrew. All these people he met through. This is how he met them, through her. She's the one that actually knew these people. Because her father being he owned a newspaper in England, and he was filthy rich. So Epstein didn't meet these people on his own. Epstein started out in the stock market. The guy who was the CEO of that company that he worked for when he started, he wound up going to prison for embezzling the money. Epstein walked. He wound up moving up to a partner. So this guy he's very savvy. It's a lot of things that people don't know about him, but that's getting Griselle really helped him move into meeting all those people because she knew all of them. That's why I think it's important for her to go to jail. And she ain't stupid. If she opened her mouth, her mama dead, her brothers and her sisters are dead. Everybody's dead. She ain't stupid. Jeffrey's dead. That man killed himself. Come on, be honest. Come on. How much time he would have got? Let's be practical. What does that say? I can say it.
So the names on the list that's been revealed so far, as most of y'all know, but just for the audience, Prince Andrew. They got pictures with him. He done. They got pictures with him and the girl. So
he already settled that. He paid. He settled.
Alan Dershowitz, who's a Harvard law professor.
And was his attorney and O.J.
You
Simpson.
got one person who's a Harvard law professor, another who's an actual prince.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
But let me say this on the Alan Dershowitz. Let me say this. Alan Dershowitz's name came up because the young girl thought it was him. It was someone that looked like him. He actually sued her for using it, and she came back and retracted. It was not him. So he the one that called for all this to be public. I saw his interview. He said, yeah, he called for it to be public because he's like, I assure you I didn't. He was the attorney for her and for O.J. Simpson. So that's not only big, he's been an attorney for a lot of big people. He's also educated a lot of big-time attorneys. So on his defense, and I'm not defending him, he looks disgusting. The teeth, the mouth, he looks disgusting. Horrible. I know he don't wash his hands. He don't brush his teeth. Look, he looks disgusting. But yeah, so he called for it to come out. She's saying she's retracting that statement, if I'm correct about him. What does it say? You just highlighted. What does it say?
I don't know if this is a different accusation, but it says a Jane Doe number 3.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Said that Epstein required her to have sexual relationships with Dershowitz on multiple occasions when she was a minor.
See that? But that's I mean, because I looked at he said I was his attorney.
That's not what you're referring to, but
yeah, that's what he said. But now I'm saying this for the first time. I'm just telling you what he said on the news. And they asked him about it. So he's claiming he's the one that asked this to go public, to pull all the names out. Listen, these people they feel they're untouchable. That's why they attack kids. Mm-hmm. It's the look at everyone. None of these people here you didn't hear about. The janitor slept with him, the gardener. You don't have any position. It's the fact they like crushing, destroying little people. They like being the fears of kids.
But my question is, do you think this cycle is ever going to end? Because it's worse than COVID-19. It's spreading and getting worse and worse and worse.
Let me tell you what. Elect me for president, I end it. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm putting all the drones. I'm gonna end. This is what I do in the first month. First of all, I fly to Russia and I talk to Putin. We'll end that. We'll settle that. Whatever Ukraine you get, that's it. This is what I would do. This is me. You elect me. First thing I would do is I'll fly to Russia, talk with Putin. I'll settle that whole thing. Those you took Bakhmut, you took what you got. That's it. I'm gonna give Ukraine nukes. So you move again on them, they can defend themselves. That's between y'all. I'm out of it. I'm not putting another dime. I'm gonna give them nuclear weapons. So when you move, that's between y'all two, okay? Then I'm gonna go the whole of Israeli little thing right there. I'll end all that for them. This is it. You'll get no more money. No one's gonna back you. You're gonna end this day. You're gonna end this. You're going to end this. You're going to get those people back their land. Y'all going to learn to live right here. It's it. All you got to do is drop. Listen, we're not shipping food, medicine, nothing to you. We're going to end it. We'll end all of this stuff. And then when I get through with that, I'm going to go to the UN. This is what we're going to do. Everybody going to pay the money they owe. Into that, or you out of here. Nobody's doing no business. If you go take anybody's land, if you're involved with any child molestation, kidnapping, sex trafficking, you won't get anything shipped. Medicine, food, nothing. We'll put embargoes against you. We'll put military on your ground. We'll put drones in the air. We'll kill them all. If you're caught in America, this is what we'll do. You're going on television. If you're caught and we find out you're involved, either the kidnapping, either the touching the sex, we're going to put you on live TV and we're going to have your penis cut off. We're going to sew your vagina up and your butthole. I'm just telling you, listen, you won't be exactly. That's not our problem. Listen, when the other ones see it, I assure you, the numbers going to start dwindling. We're going to dwindle these numbers. Y'all hear me? I'm a bill of jail only for sex traffickers, gang members, killers, thugs. Listen, fentanyl they're giving the kid. If you grown, you want to take fentanyl, that's your personal business. We will not spend a dime to rehab. You won't spend a dime. Our bill of prison, this prison will cost the American taxpayers probably about $20,000. 2 cells. That's all I got is 2 cells and 1 bathroom. And I'm gonna lock up all the sex traffickers. I'm gonna tell them, I'm saying, do the math.
Like the one in my country.
After every 2, I have to start executing. When I show them, I'm not gonna spend no billions of dollars. I'm not gonna pay these. Listen, all I need is 2 cells, and you do the math. When I get you in, it's 3 of y'all. So you do the math. I can only hold 2. And the 2 I'm gonna hold, you only getting 2 weeks. They can say, oh, that's cruel. But what about the kids? What about women being raped?
I don't think that's true. I agree with that. I just feel like too many people with power are involved in this and this dirtiness, and it's just.
You can go ahead and keep rolling, so we're gonna let you read it. You know I want to snap them glasses and poke your eyes out. Start that go from the beginning. Why would you just roll that when you hear us talking? Now go, you baboon. Go ahead.
Jean-Luc Brunel. Jean-Luc Brunel, actually, he died in prison. He died in prison by suicide by hanging in 2022. Oh. He actually died in a Paris prison. He pleaded guilty to prostituting charges and everything. What Jean-Luc Brunel was actually the owner of a French model scout that was actually financed by Jeffrey Epstein. So he used his model agency to actually lure into these kids, just kind of like on that Sound of Freedom movie that you're referring to. A little bit earlier, there was a modeling agent. When I watched that Sound of Freedom movie, there was a modeling agency where, they would come to the parents and, hey, I want your child to model. It sounds like this is what Jean-Luc Brunel was actually doing in real life. So that's disgusting.
Yep.
Next one is David Copperfield. This goes back to what y'all referring to in regards to David Copperfield.
So it sounded like he copped the field when he got there. With that magic hand.
She said that David Copperfield knew that the girls were getting paid to find other girls. Well, he asked that question, but there's no actual implication saying that David Copperfield was actually involved in the scheme at all. It was just more so he was there. So I'm assuming this guy is affluent.
Who? You don't know him?
Jeffrey Epstein is affluent, and he's able to get whatever celebrity to come to him. I'm blown away by how all these politicians and celebrities, why they want to come see you, because I've never heard of Jeffrey Epstein, but apparently everyone else has.
The reason why they heard of him was because of the toys. A lot of times it's like we were watching. I don't know if you could pull up a video, get it to the point. Orlando Brown, if you can pull up the video about him when he was exposed in Hollywood and about how he was talking about with the cigars and all these was symbolism. Maybe you could pull up that part. Orlando Brown explaining about the cigars in Hollywood and about all of the how even when they do television, it's symbolism. They got whole videos. I don't know if they get to the one part when he was telling about Hollywood, about television and how it's symbolism when people watch television. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know which one it is. I see a lot of them, but I'll just click on one. Each one lasts about 20 seconds.
Do you know what it looks like, Tony?
It will be on one of these right here, the yellow. One of these, but I'm trying to get just to the part because it goes on. He talk about Nick Cannon, having sex with Nick Cannon.
He talk about P. Diddy. He talk about a lot of people. Yeah.
He talk about Lil Bow Wow. I wasn't trying to get out. I just wanted him to talk about the Hollywood part. That whole thing, they discussed it.
I think this might be this one.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make you start crying. Like, you know what I'm saying? What people do. Like, it's not no glory to be talking about. It's really high. It's really Hollywood. It's really up out there. It's really up bad. And like, I was just listening to that man's album. His star is on the floor and it's sitting right here. Like, unless you're not intoxicated, unless you're just, you have to be really in tune with life and just notice bone structure, skin, eye color, everything. You have to be in tune and you'll be able to see it. It'll manifest itself right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that will make you.
We went back over the same thing. But let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever heard anybody talk about, really paying attention and really watching and not just looking at the picture? You never heard anybody talk about that when you're watching movies and everything, looking at who all were behind it, from the music to the location, the ideas. You ever heard anybody talk about anything like that?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I couldn't think about it. I was like, I mean, when I heard them say it the first time, I even heard it.
What?
My pastor speaks about it all the time.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What does it say? That's amazing.
When you're watching something, not only watch, pay attention to what you're watching.
I always tell you, it's always an underline. I mean, when I watched him say it, I said it's amazing. I know my people, and not all of them, they don't pay attention. Then I say a lot of times, and it's unfortunate because I'm not a fool. He just told you what you heard. What he told you have to do. He said you can't be intoxicated. He said you got to pay attention to skin, eye color, everything. He said you have to really be in tune to pay attention. And you remember I told a lot of these people, you don't watch television intelligently. I know a lot of them. I know they don't. They go blind in. They take their behind cheek and put it right around the top of their eyes and just go in full scale and not pay attention. There's always underlines to what these people do. And this is about the pound the eyes.
This is about the cigar. You made a comment about a cigar. So I found about the cigar.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I still a hobby, y'all, but y'all know
all
y'all
these
terrible.
big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in, and it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of there's shipping and trafficking, and people. All these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in, and it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of there's shipping and trafficking, and people.
So they muted, but he's basically saying, they're actually shipping and trafficking children.
There should be more than that. You stopped it, or that was the end of it?
That was just a loop. It's just a short. It's just like a 20-second loop.
There should be another one on there that tell you about the symbolism. I see one I see about Stephen Hawking. I posted that about Stephen Hawking earlier this morning. This is the sicko in the wheelchair. I don't know what woman had in orgies and they were having sex. That's disgusting. I don't care what it's just disgusting.
Okay, so I found one. It's about 9 minutes long. I need to try to zoom through it, but he's talking a lot. He talks about their trading spirits. It's Holly Weird, Raven Simone, all different types of stuff he's talking about on this. Sound like it's a lot. Let me see if I can narrow down a particular portion, because this is something I haven't seen myself, but it sounds like Orlando Brown is exposing a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, and it need to be said.
What you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, rookies, new booties, like I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe.
Now, who are we talking about?
We're talking about everyone that's supposed to be dead. Like there is
in the
industry. In the industry.
Okay.
When you walk around with the fake face and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna open up. It's like this is not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that since World War I, we've been taught by the Indians and all this other shit how to take skin people and wear their faces to infiltrate the families and this, that, and the other. This is something that has been going on since World War I and before that. So now we've conquered the art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits. So it's supposed to be hard to identify. But when it comes down to it, this world of Hollywood, this wicked world is what they call it. Some people call it Holly Weird. You could literally go to Hollywood and if you open your eyes, it will manifest to you. They'll be right there in front of you.
The people who are trading.
The people who are on the walls, the people who are idolized, are laying in their vomit on Hollywood Boulevard, and you have to open your eyes. It's done right in front of us. See, and if you're willing to sell your soul, then you'll be right there too.
Is this the Illuminati?
Well, it's not my family. It's not my family.
He's crazy.
Well, I can't blame that on me and my family, but I can't blame it on others. I could blame it on those that caused the harm on themselves by coming to the Illuminati and trying to sacrifice themselves in order to get ahead.
So I guess all that sacrificing stuff is real, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I always thought it was. They think this kid is crazy, but I think he's just coming out to say a lot of the truth.
He's damaged now. They're making him look like a fool. See, this is what they do. They know when they get out here, they get on the drugs. They that's why they put them on it. So now the question always becomes your sanity, your drug habit, your past. Let me ask you about your drug addiction. That's how they play you off, and now you lose credibility. It's another junkie, because junkies are known, typically crackheads illuminate. I mean, they're I don't know what you call it, hallucinate. So they'll start crediting it to, he's on drugs, he just hallucinated. You can't put a whole lot of stock. They're gonna use his criminal record that they made sure he got. All these things are what they use to keep you from being valid. I mean, people always want to use people past because they know they're being exposed. If there's nothing to worry about, just like the young lady, Jaguar Wright, who exposed a lot of these Hollywood people. I was looking at a video earlier where she was exposing about Patti LaBelle. I was really shocked to hear what she said about Patti LaBelle. But was saying that they said, you're getting her dirty business. Let me say this. Her personal business is her personal business. Her trauma. If a person want to talk about their trauma, I don't think you should. I understand Jaguar Wright has a lot of hurts, and I understand that. Let's talk about what's valid. Her being the victim, if she tries to come out against other people who are victims and not allow them to suppress their story, then her story is fair game. Her personal of her being sexually done, and whether she liked it or if she did or didn't, if she don't want to talk about it, I don't think you should, quote unquote, call it to exposure. That's just me. I like a lot of things she's doing, but you can hear the hurt in Jaguar Wright as well. And if you don't be careful, if this can ever get to her, it'll take away your credibility for what you do. It's people that want to hurt you because they're hurt by finding out people they love are not the people they assume them to be. And I want you to be able to get your story out, especially when it involves, like she said, boys run out of Will and Jada house, according to her, screaming and hollering because they've been molested, raped. They claiming how it did stuff like, that needs to be exposed. But Diddy having sex with another man, I mean, only reason to expose that is just say he gay. It ain't a crime. It should be, but unfortunately, it's not a crime. And when it's not, you just gotta certain things. I say, let's stay with what we can convict them on. I definitely ain't covering for none of these guys. I don't listen. I don't cut no corners. I don't agree with nobody homosexuality. But when you start that, this is what they do, Jaguar. If you ever hear this, could get to you. They did it to me. When I would preach on TD Jakes, Eddie Long, and everything else, they always want to use that to say, you jealous of them? You talking about that? No, I was looking at these guys call themselves men of the cloth, and you're leading families. They need to know that you are a homosexual, that this is something that the word clearly declares to be wrong and destructive, and there's a reward where he destroys a city and people for that behavior. So you undercover doing this, and I told him about him years before that came out. Everybody fought me about, Thomas, you just judge him. He ain't got more members than you. So I learned with people why I leave those situations alone. I don't talk about it. I talk about Jennings. I talk about all these people. I read letters from these people members, letter from their members. I'm talking about their people, their stuff, and these people will defend wrong. That's where they at. I just left it alone. Whatever happened to these people, that's why I had made one tape about Jakes. I'm not wasting my time with it. That's your stuff. This is where you people are. You have to let them do their stuff. I'm going to preach the truth. I'm going to live what I preach. People not going to like it. The people that hate me, they hate me because I stand for something. They don't hate me because I've been molesting kids, sleeping with women. Oh, people, he did this to his members. Why the members don't come and tell you that? Don't listen to these people. They bozo. People tell you that lie. I am for people. I'm not for your junk. I don't cover for their junk. I'm not covering nobody's junk. What I stand for, what I preach, that's what I do. Bottom line. But when you get off on their personal stuff, the people love these people and they will try to discredit you. Jaguar, I understand what you're saying. A lot of stuff need to be exposed on these guys. I understand. But when you allow it to continue to be personal, they're going to use it against you. That's how they're going to destroy you, sweet, and take you down. I don't want to see you get destroyed. I want you to let the truth out. There are kids, there are women being molested that are being sex trafficked through these people. We just got to stick with the story. I don't agree with one iota bits. No, Greek, the yard, which is the smallest letter. Iota is the smallest for the Greek. I want to give the smallest yard, the hand. That's the smallest letter we have in Hebrew alphabet. You call alphabet. Not one bit. But when it comes down to people, they are so gullible. They are so brainless, so spineless. They will support these people. They can watch them rape their mama. They love them so much. They'll blame their mama. That's what I got to say about that.
I did find an additional clip you were talking about. I couldn't find Orlando Brown speaking about the Illuminati, but I did find another clip.
It wasn't about the Illuminati. When I say it was him explaining about watching the TV, what it meant, and how they knew how to put their penis in your behind and strike a nerve and could change your eye. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. What? Yes.
I had never heard that.
Listen, it's on that video. You can
listen. Search for that. Now that you gave me details,
let me do this.
Search for that.
Let me do this.
Share.
Hello, Dwayne. We got to catch you here because you came when I say hello. Now, you know I love you. Your hearing is very bad. You remember the video that showed when I pointed out the video? It's on the video, right? You can just fast forward to that part. He'll explain about
what I was explaining is that was only a 20-second clip. I don't have the actual video, so I have to go and find the actual video.
Let's try it again. Short. Okay, not the short. Okay, the one I showed, the videos you show me with the yellow shirt, there's a whole video. Okay, that same video, right? If you take that video and fast forward with him talking about Nick Cannon, Bow Wow, I don't want to get in there with these guys. When these guys talking about, I'm not going to dignify that. When you say I'm a homosexual, I'm going to dignify it. You're going to need to know. I ain't a homosexual. Bring the homosexual forward. There's certain things we ain't going to just let pass now. Now, I'm an old man. We ain't playing that. So these guys talking about, I'm not going to dignify. I'm praying for the brother. Whoa. When you say you put your penis in my mouth, you put, no. We're going to need to talk about this now. Mm-hmm. We ain't going to talk about I refuse to dignify. But this is what, these guys ready to fight everybody else. So I'm confused. But I don't want to deal with that. I just want to hear him state, if you don't mind, about the cigar, about them injecting their penises in these guys. And then people just need to hear how far this going. And to tell is if you'll just fast forward that video, the one that showed him with the yellow, it's a whole clip of it. But you just gotta fast forward, please, to that part. And you'll be a gentleman and a scholar for 10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
He said,
He said,
No, I'm actually trying to watch the other video to find the thing. So if you're saying something, I was trying to listen to the other video.
Oh no. Go ahead. No, it's work. Listen, it's work in what you're doing. While you're doing that, we can give a shout out again to all our wonderful listeners, followers, supporters. Again, also what we want to do, if possible, if it's okay with the gang, I don't want to make that call on my own. We would like to take proceeds that we raise up from this show and just donate, and whatever it is, I want to give money to it as well out of my pocket, because I want to support that cause to a credible organization that is helping to protect our kids, bring these people to justice, and these people need support. And I know everybody tell them, I'm praying for them too, but sometimes it's gonna cost us money. Also, I want to say, with much respect, with love, please watch your kids. Please watch your kids. Yeah. Please stop trusting everybody to take them somewhere.
Yes.
I know your 10. He's street smart. This is the only problem with you're a kid. You can't be smarter than an adult when you're a kid. Just stop it.
And Tony, sometimes in your own home,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, thank you. They're not on the streets too. That's right.
And percentage higher percentages in your own home, uncles, grandparents, and so fortunate, but it's happening most because the trust is there, and there's mental nastiness within the families, and it's happening within the home. So the best thing is like build a relationship with your child so that they can tell you, hey, this is happening to me. Somebody's
Keep
trying.
everybody away from your child. Know your child. Know the person. Know the relationship. Pay attention to people. I mean, just being honest. Those are your kids.
Yes. Know your child. It's just
being honest. Know people. You know what I'm saying? Watch them. Fool to how far. Sometimes you got to just be careful with people. I'm just being honest. Yeah. There's people like me. I'm genuine with kids. I don't have no problem about checking me with no kid. Listen, you can ask your kid up. You ain't offend me one time. You can ask me in front of them. I ain't gonna say that. Look at your kid on. No. That's your kid. That's your investment. That's your future to carry on your generation. And when they screwed up, then you have a screwed up generation.
Yes, that's right.
They realize that. Yeah, and then they gonna mess up somebody else's kid.
Yeah,
I think he found a video. You found it.
Yeah, I found it.
Usually you're a starter while we're talking. You getting better.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. We see it. Go ahead.
It comes down to that certain thing. It's so. What it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum, and if you touch that nerve, you can turn a person into an animal. You can turn a person into whatever you want them to be if you just hold them down. So pretty much when you see black eyes like Blueface and shit like that, he got beat up, but he didn't get beat up where you thought he got beat up. He got beat up somewhere else. Okay. And so the eyes come out and they call them panda eyes. And they do this so you see people with these cigars and they're all these big celebrities, they all have the cigar in common. That's that big ass thing between their legs that they're sticking in. And it's one big society of it. Now, when it comes down to the selling of they're shipping and trafficking and people, adults, the moms, the dads, right there on Target commercials, right there on Walmart commercials. And you're looking at the people that are missing and they're smiling like they're happy, but they're going back to hell. And that's really what it is. These are actually adults. Jeffrey Epstein created this saga, and this is what he is great at doing. He's great at kidnapping someone, turning them into putting them in a dead celebrity's body and screwing the life out of them after he makes a ton of money off of their ass on his private little beach. So you have a private little beach full of celebrities and bodies getting screwed, and nobody cares because they're supposed to be dead.
That's a whole lot right there. That's a whole lot.
That is.
That's a whole lot.
I did hear about that pizza whole thing going on with the kids and
some about from the TV show. What was that? Them Friends. I never watched that. That was the dumbest, stupid looking show. But I never watched. I couldn't get it. I didn't get it. I mean, it was never something I watched. Some reason they get $60,000 an episode when it plays. But then they said they had an episode on that. I don't know if Love Doctor could find it. He stopped this one. He's going to tell you something else about watching television. There's signs on. They use certain signals. But that's some people like listen. I know. You know what? Him talking like that makes him sound like he's mentally ill. If you pay attention, he's really not. I watch gestures. I watch things that he does. He mentions certain things you say will get you killed. That man ain't stupid. Can you play some more of the Love Doctor in your mind? He should explain some about it.
Most positively.
Please.
Here we go.
And this has been a major market that he tried to blame on Oprah Winfrey. So, yeah, that's what I feel about that. And this panda eye thing is, the panda, all that stuff is so real. You want to go get fucked by Shaba until your eyes pop out. Go ahead. I mean, that's up to you. But, I just think that, people just need to realize what they're looking at when they're watching the television. Everything is right in front of you. The revolution was televised and don't nobody give a shit.
Do you believe Jeffrey Epstein was killed?
No, I do believe he's still alive.
I believe it too.
I do believe that when you have that kind of heat on you, of course you'd still be alive. You wouldn't want to take the heat. And until you find the right person to put the blame on, you know, you're gonna stay hiding. So it's very hard to feel for a person that has no feelings for anyone's when it comes down to the Grinch, that's how I look at him. It's like, it's a real story. We really have a man out there that wanted to steal Christmas. And how do you steal Christmas? You steal because if you steal you have no more joy. Mm-hmm. And how do you steal at birth? How do you do that? You turn into a doctor, you turn into a nurse, you turn into the powers that be that'll protect the person that, so it's really intricate with this man, and at the end of the day, I pray that he gets what he deserves. That's all, I just don't pray for mercy on his soul. That's what I can say.
What's up? This is Cam.
Wow. Why do you think they haven't done anything to Orlando? He's speaking a lot.
They have done something to him. They damaged him. So he can't stay on top of it. You move. See, this is how they, this is how they train people. They train them from television. They show them what they call normacy. Then when they show people, they'll try to say people what anybody do drugs tell lies, okay? And yet the people that pass the drug laws are themselves drug users. Drug abusers. The people that pass the sentences for criminal acts, they themselves are criminals. So they teach you to watch everyone else. They teach you how to watch everyone else. They teach you how to judge everyone else. They don't teach you how to watch them. So when he starts talking, because you got to remember, he has a drug problem. He's been arrested. Because they drugged him up. They walked down the street and made sure it was just happened. They just happened to film it. It's just amazing they just happened to come up with the filming of it. So now when he speaks and he jumps off on different subjects, because he was talking about Hollywood now, how did he talk about Jeffrey Epstein? Now I'm confused. You're not confused. He's telling you that all these things go together. I told people the only reason you're hearing about the Puff Daddy, the Rick Ross, all these people names is because Jeffrey Epstein list was coming out. They were going to make sure that these niggas were going to be shown, and it was not just going to be them. So when you throwing white folk fade about, oh, look at all these white folk, look at all these crackers. Look at these niggas. For these niggas, you do it to yourselves too. Puff Daddy, all these guys, Jay-Z, they quote unquote blaming, all these people are people that were taught and they were predator. They preyed on them and set them up to prey on their own people.
They're victims, yeah.
They're victims, but yet they grew to victimize other people and told them this is how the business works. Everybody does it. You get to show them every time this thing comes. Like, watch tomorrow. Just give a tiny week. Watch how much interest is going to pop up. There's going to be new evidence, newfound stuff in the P. Diddy, the Sean Puffy Combs case. New thing coming up with Jay-Z. Then Dr. Dre, he's not going to be exempt. He's coming up. Made no mistake. They're going to go through all these people. They're going to destroy them. So why are you watching Jeffrey Epstein people? Look, all of this is it. Everybody named with P. Diddy, as they call it, whether he's Diddy, P. Puffy, all this stuff. This is what you look at. Everyone is guilty. There's no one that's not guilty with him. He links over to who? Will Smith, Jamie Foxx. Look at all the people he links over to. All these people are guilty. Everybody on Jeffrey Epstein list, what did they tell you? Because their names are there, because they've been over there 73 times, does not mean guilt. Because they're going to cover white people. Mm-hmm. You have to keep presumed to innocent. Look at Trump trying to fight to get on the Colorado. He's trying to get on the ballot for Colorado again, trying to get back on in Maine. They disqualified. He knows it's going to hurt him. Now he's going to the Supreme Court saying, you can't do that. I have been proven guilty. Even though we know he's guilty, they'll convict us before trial. Mm-hmm. O.J. Simpson was guilty before he went to trial.
Facts.
He was guilty during the trial and was found innocent after the trial, and he's still guilty by white people. White people get guilty before the trial, guilty before during the trial, guilty when convicted, and still innocent. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of it. Mm-hmm. Exposing them symbolic, in his music. It was said when Mike brought his masters after finding out how diabolical those people were. He was, Oh, I mean, Mike. The problem I got with Mike is the fact that Mike became the monster that that he hated. This is me. Let me say this. I'm a victim of being molested. Okay. I blame no one. As far as it never pushed me to want to molest or become a predator to anybody else. You have to make choices in life, and I think you're a sad person. I know, and to everybody it's different. Where people say, "Oh, I can't see this. I can't." This is called life, and this is reality. Everyone's life is handpicked and given to them. You don't pick it yourself. You either learn how to live, survive, and take your hurts and help other people to get them joy, or you take your hurt and you stay a miserable, wretched person and you hurt other people. This is bottom line. You're not talking to. So when I'm talking, I'm not this guy running his mouth that don't know. Okay, I'm that guy that knows. That's a victim, especially you're a man. That's different, you know. So my end is to help people, and to doing that, you have to be able to talk about it so you can, you know, help other people and let them know there are people that have not only sympathy, empathy, who sympathize for the fact they've been a victim, and they will fight for the rights of other people to not become victims or help other people. But a lot of times people like to bask in the hurt and never grow and evolve. You know, and that's my goal. You have to evolve in life. You can't keep people, oh, I was hurt when I was 3, but you're 97. Are we seriously going to do this? At some point, you learn this is life. I've gone to jail 9 times. I never used that for why I can't go and I can't make it. All of these are choices. I screwed up in school. I never used that as an excuse of why I cannot put my hands to becoming productive and doing something that are beneficial to others and myself. It's all about your choice of what you want to do. Michael Jackson became an abuser of kids because he took where he was a victim and he felt like it should be implemented on other people. So I have no sympathy for Michael Jackson as a man who victimized other kids. I have no sympathy for anyone who tell me about somebody who's a victim and then they want to go and do it to other people. You're not a victim at that point. You are a part of the problem. He was a part of the problem. Dead is good. If you get dead is too good for him. Dead is too good for any of these people. When you look at, you take away the innocence. I've never touched a child. I never raped a woman. This is foolishness that people tell you. This is foolishness. And we make so many excuses for people. You don't know. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I evolved. Listen, it keeps me from doing nothing in life. It holds me back from doing nothing in life. It don't keep me from holding my wife and being with my. Just stop it. Just stop. People always want an excuse for something. When are we gonna do better? If anything, it made me better. It made me more of a proponent to fight for other people that they don't become a victim. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know I said a lot. That's me though.
Yeah,
I'm done with that. I said a lot. I appreciate you, woman. Not good to see you, man. Yeah, it says. I mean, I've seen pressures and things too. It's just, it's choices. It's choices, and we got to start realizing when do we make choices. I can't put my life on. I mean, gangs. I did that. Drugs. I did that. Robbing. I did that. I did a lot of stuff. I had to blame Tony. I had to blame Tony for all my decisions. It wasn't the bad kids around me. I made choices because there are other people that grew up in my community. There are other people that went to my school. There were other people that knew people I was with, and they didn't take the influence. And the influence they took was they made a choice. I made a choice. Nobody kidnapped me. Come on, my nigga, throw me in a car and tie me up. So I made a choice. They were bad choices that seemed like good choices, but I needed those choices to learn from them that I can help other people, and other people can learn from the mistakes I made. So when I'm talking, I get to talk from experience. Being street smart, I was there. I did it, but I got jammed up. So when I'm talking to them, I can let them know you ain't smart as you think it. You're going to get jammed up. I know because I got jammed up. So you have to learn how to take your experiences and take those in your hurt and say, this is where I'll be the most beneficial. Yeah, I feel like I'd be beneficial if I went around and I killed every child molester, but I won't. Some people will change. As bad as it is, some people will change.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will change. And this is life. Really? There are people who used to be crackhead, kill all the people who used to smoke crack and stopped, who came to their senses. There are people who used to bank rob that came to. So, it's like you got to understand life and know when it's time to kill and it's time to heal. When it's time to cry, it's time to laugh. You got to understand life. Otherwise, it'll just engulf you.
That's true. Yep.
I said a lot.
A lot of truth.
What say you? What about our people on the side? Show your face. Show your face. Hello. Like Lionel Rich said, is it me? Is it 2 minds on the mic that you're looking for?
Wow, Illuminati.
Yeah, but I mean, I appreciate y'all guys.
Yeah.
Want to help. I mean, people, if you've never gone through that, me and my wife talked. She said she was never a victim of child molestation, being molested. That's great. I mean, that's great. Not a lot of people can say that. You know what I'm saying? And that's great. To have that life, and that's not something you've gone through. I mean, but I don't say I hate. Yeah, of course nobody wanted to happen, but at the same time, it's one of those things where all those things I've gone through created me to be the person I am today, to be able to help other people. And I learned that. A lot of people lose the sight of life because they stay so embottled in their past, and they don't learn how to take it and make it a focal point to be a better future. I made mine to be a better future. I feel like I was a great dad. I could have been better, but one thing my kids learned from me, if I put myself to do something, they know that's what I did. They see me work. They see me and my wife work hard. They see me pastor. They remember me being a preacher more than anything else. Have seen that for years. So, I think I left a good legacy to them, to consider. They know about my past. They know about things. One of my sons, Austin, he has 1,000 questions, and he will ask you. He don't listen. He will ask. He even asks my mama questions. That boy, listen. He gonna ask you. This boy will ask his grandma. He said, "Grandma, you don't still be getting horny, do you?"
Yes. He asked his grandmama that.
Let me ask you something. Hold on. Let's be fair. Listen, he wanted to hear.
He asked his grandmama that.
He said, "Let me ask you a question. At your age now," he said, "You don't still be having no sexual desires, do you?" Listen, he asked. Oh, let me ask something. Oh, let's do this though. I wonder where he could get that from, Tula.
His daddy.
Oh, that's how. Oh, that's Dwayne. Why don't you ask us? We both ask us where he could get that from. Ask us could he get it from?
I want to know, where does y'all son get that from?
Let me ask you a kid. I'll tell you this. He didn't get that from me. Now you want to ask anybody else?
Truly. What say you?
Okay, so
there we go. That's all we need to know.
Yes. My kids, we are very open. We talk about a lot of things. And I've always been able to do that with my mother. So, I mean, if it's something I want to know about something, I would ask.
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean y'all always open? What do you mean? What does that mean?
We say open to my conversation, not open like Will and Jay.
Right.
Want to talk about, just say if
that's good.
Anything they want to talk about sex, they want to talk about anything that we can talk about it.
I mean, so explain to me the confines from a parent, because I'm trying to. In other words, I'm thinking like the birds and the bees conversation. Is that what you're referring to?
The birds, the bees, and the trees,
and the leaves that fall from
the whole alphabet, everything,
and raking the grass,
and the roots, and the lawn,
and blowing the yard,
and bagging the leaves.
Oh, y'all talk about all that.
Well, I mean, our kids are kind of different. Well, now Bryce don't ask a whole lot of questions. Bryce assumes.
Yeah, Bryce won't. Bryce won't.
That's like no, Bryce is not. Bryce will assume. Bryce will tell me about. He remember when I used to sell drugs, and he used to walk home from school and his book bag and stuff. And all we do is just look, because first of all, when I was selling drugs, I stopped selling drugs in end of 94, first of 94.
No, you don't know when you stop selling.
Yes,
you don't
whatever. Anyway, Bryce was born whatever, Joker. Bryce was born in 1996 of June.
So because he does.
Listen, the man said, listen, he'll tell it, don't it? He said, yeah, I remember we used to walk to school, you know what I'm saying? And you was selling drugs, and you said, all me and my wife did, we just said that. We don't even respond. We just listen, because if he remember it, that's all we know. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, they might to walk to school by myself.
Smell like dispensary. He said,
listen, when he tells us these stories, we just listen.
That's right.
Yeah, in his book bag. Now that one is crazy. They're both listen. These guys are like people talk. They look like twins. They are nothing alike.
No,
absolutely nothing alike.
Yes, they are. They
no,
got similarities.
Very
different. You would never get.
They even have different comedy. Like they're comedians differently. Like they joke around completely.
All of them have a extreme sense of humor. They sense humor.
Yeah, but
very,
completely
very
different
extreme.
sense of humor.
Look at the man. He said that. He said he do remember when I used to sell drugs. He'd walk home from school. He'd walk to school with his book bag with this dope in him. Mind you, the man was born June of 96. I stopped selling drugs at the end of 94. I got married in 95.
Let me ask you this. When you stopped selling drugs, you actually wrote down the last date that you stopped selling.
I remember when it was. I stopped at the end of 94.
What do you mean?
I wound up joining the church in I wound up going to church in January. So like this would be 30 years for me.
You going to church? I got my calendar. You in church January 1994. You in church?
95.
Okay.
95. I got married in February. I was gonna get back.
Is this the real marriage day, or this the other marriage day? Because I know they got two days.
This is the first time we went to the courthouse because we were getting baptized. No, and I'm sorry. So no, we got married in March.
His dates is confused. No question, y'all.
Anyway, we're not paying attention. So I quit 94 February. Toward in the middle of January, I started going to church. She and I went to church together. Got married March the 12th.
So you quit selling drugs right before you started going to church?
Yeah, I want to be done. I was done. I wasn't selling no drugs. No, I got said I was transitioning from Baptist church.
Yeah, because it's a process. See, in the game, it's a process.
Yeah, we'll let you tell it. No, I was transferring out. I was going to Baptist church, and I could, dibble and dabble. Still convicted about selling it, but it just wasn't. And I just finally got to a point. I was done. I was done. I told her that I got through with it. I was just done with everything. I was done. I want to get right, and I did that. Got married March, so it'll be 29 years. The 12th of March, which we now was it June 26th, 24, 26. It's either 24 or 26, either number.
What happened was, we got engaged in February. We set our wedding. We planned our wedding for June.
Yeah. She planned our wedding for June. The man never plans it. So first of all, that's not true. No, planned in February.
And when y'all got married, what date on the license?
Say what?
What date on the license? Because y'all got two dates.
Okay, which part you don't get? The date you can't get 2 dates on the license. March the 12th.
No. I remember y'all went and got married at the courthouse, but y'all had a wedding date on a totally different date. So y'all had 2 anniversaries.
What side of your brain kicks on to pay attention? When you get the marriage life, you can't go get another one with a different date. March the 12th, okay?
That's what I thought. It wasn't in June.
How you thought and you asking?
Yes.
That man is drunk. So anyway, then we did the formal wedding in June. Because I was looking to get married. I want to do the right thing. She want to do the right thing. So that's what we want to do. And that's what we've done. So it'll be 29 years, March the 12th. We've never celebrated our anniversary.
That's beautiful. March 12th. Everybody, what I want y'all to do, I want y'all to let's raise $12 right now in honor of March the 12th.
No, you need to bring
I'm sorry.
We need to raise 29,000.
I'm trying to hit the cash up button, but I hit the cash up video button.
1,000.
There you go.
Okay. 29 years? Tony, I don't think that's right.
It is right. Go back and do your math. Rice will be 28.
Y'all
Rice
don't
will be
know
28
how long
this
y'all
year.
been married. That's sad.
I don't know. I do know. 29 years.
Listen, I know my wedding
March
date.
the 12th. Yeah.
I know my anniversary, all that stuff.
I'm sure you remember. You keep it on hand. You keep it on hand.
That's a good one. Now that's comedy. That's good timing. That's comedy right there.
Listen, my boy like me, we quit thinking. One thing about it,
let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about, you said they got two different sense of humor. You're right. Bryce is very sensitive as far as another person's feelings. He comedy goes that way.
I don't know what that one is, but go ahead.
Straight jugular like his dad.
Who?
Like he does not care. He will go for the jugular just like his dad. Yeah. But Bryce, since he has a sensitive part that he got other. Right?
I feel what Tuli's trying to say is that he jokes around harsh, but he can go further, but because he has a sensitive part of him, he doesn't go that far.
He'd be like, "Ooh, I can say this," and "Ooh, I can." Ooh, but he was like, "Now I'm just gonna say this. That'll still get him, but it ain't gonna kill him."
Let me tell you something. No, them boys right there, that's Louis and Simeon. Them boys there will tear down a wall. Listen, in their round, I had to divide them up and scatter them in the midst of the well, y'all. Because them boys right there together, they'd be instrumental crew. When they get to going together, I just look, and Deuce get my phone. I said, oh, my goodness.
Wow,
I said, I got to divide them.
You have to.
Sensitive. Both of them are sensitive for people. Now, one thing about both of them, they will stress themselves out to help somebody. That's one thing, not no end. That's one thing they definitely got. They will give, if they had to go in my money or go in my giving away, them jokes like, we got it. I'm like, we. They're both of them do that. But they both do that.
I would say that you got some good kids. You raised some good young men.
My two girls, they just but yeah, they crazy. They're definitely they definitely they don't mind spending your money.
Yeah, you got your set of two good young men. Glad to met them. Y'all did a great job on them.
Glad to meet them.
You know,
appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all keep up the good work.
You hear that? And I know this woman ain't talking. Her husband ain't nothing but murder one. Your husband ain't nothing but murder's the case that they gave me. You're right. Listen, she definitely get it. I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking. I ain't gonna get her a check. I'm gonna get her behind Social Security. How many checks she gonna get?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Her behind might well get ready for Social Security.
That's a good one right there. That comedy coming good now. Your timing is on the night.
I'm gonna get her Social Security and her pension. No, good and well shout out the way her husband is. That man don't care. I seen that man go off on somebody in the gym. We had to leave. I just had to walk out and leave. He just let the man have it out of nowhere. That man was getting dressed. We was over there. We were talking. That man was standing between his locker. He had the bottom locker, and he was taking his clothes off to change his clothes. He said, "What you doing?" The man like, "Huh?" He said, "Why you change your clothes? Why'd you get to take your drawers off?" He's like, "Man, it's just men here." He said, "I don't care. You can't do that over here." Listen, I said, "Oh, good." We turned around. We just walked away. We like, he have lost it in him. Oh, yeah, murder's the case that they gave him. Poor man was so mad. That man, listen, the man was in between. The naked man. Yes, he lost it. The man was standing between his logs or bottom. He didn't like it. He turned around. He like, I said, we talking. We not, the man on him. So that mean joke, that honorary joker went on there and let that man know. He snatched that locker and told her, "Hey, you naked. Get out of here." He just lost it. She know her husband is a mean killer.
Wait on.
What's Social Security?
Say that again, Tuli.
What's next? Roll it.
All right. I tell you what's next. What next is we got an article coming up.
Go ahead.
Something about comedy. Something about comedy. What you saying?
I can't hear you, Tuli. You speak up a little louder.
Talking about comedy?
Yeah.
Talking about comedy?
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to say. I thought you were segueing into something else. But go ahead.
Never mind.
So the next article that we have up, Resident Joe had brought up in terms of health awareness.
I'm sorry.
For health awareness, she basically brought an article to our attention I wanted to share with y'all that she brought to my attention. So here we go. Let's take a closer look.
He really likes this article.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
It's doing in your body. It is absolutely repulsive that people still eat this shit. It's not chicken. You wonder why you're unhealthy. You wonder why you're gaining body fat. You're literally eating chemically ridden foods day after day thinking you're eating something healthy. Wake up. Shit is disgusting. There's a video showing Chick-fil-A rotting after 4 weeks of sitting on a shelf. Nothing had mold on it except for one portion of the French fries.
This is month 4, and this is what my home chicken wing looks like. Month 4 of the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. There's no mold on these chicken nuggets in month 4.
Mold won't touch this. What do you think it's doing in your body? It is absolutely repulsive that people still eat this shit. It's not chicken. You wonder why you're unhealthy. You wonder why you're gaining body fat. You're literally eating chemically ridden foods day after day thinking you're eating something healthy. Wake up. Shit is disgusting.
Wow.
Let me say that for a second.
Oh.
Let me say that for a second. Now I want somebody to chime in. Have I not preached against eating Chick-fil-A? Have I not said something about eating Chick-fil-A before this white man? Now everybody gonna wake up and they finna be as fuck. I have told. Matter of fact, I was just talking to Big Lee today on the phone about Chick-fil-A. Me and Dave, Strong Arc Dave. We sat here. Let me know how strong me and Dave. We seen Sounds of Freedom. The sheetrock came down and literally hit me and Dave in our eyes. And it till they came. But you know what I'm saying? The stuff me and Dave do, they use tear gas on me and Dave. I got folks sit around. I don't believe that, man. It's a comedy. So me and Dave said, what we need to do, we're going to take the rope out the trailer at the car lot, straighten these people. Did you cry when you seen that movie?
We talking about the movie?
Yes, we talking about the movie.
We talking about the movie.
We talking about the song. I'm just saying that's another thing. We talking about the song, like me say. Joanna, your new name gonna be Rosanna because you're Hispanic. Listen, Rosanna, did you cry when you seen that?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this part right here. When that girl put her hands on her daddy's face,
oh my gosh, I did.
You can't tell about the whole movie.
I did.
That girl played that role.
I cried.
Oh my god.
That little girl's a great actress. I cried.
Did well in that.
You gotta ask yourself, has she been a victim
for me? That's my whole thing. Y'all
yes.
the movie for me. I watched
you seen it already. Have you seen it? You haven't seen it?
Yes, I saw it after y'all spoiled it.
Well, watch the documentary. The documentary is even worse.
Whatever.
Now you just spoiled the documentary. Thank you.
I mean,
you so lame.
Hey,
but
watch this movie. It's a tearjerker. It's gonna have you crying. You'll be crying a whole lot. So now I'm watching. I'm not crying because you already told me. So I'm already braced for it. What I liked about that movie was that it didn't even take the big name A-list actors to portray that movie. I thought all those actors did a great job, and it shows when you have a really good, purposeful storyline, you don't need those A-list actors to actually convey a really good product, and I think that's what they did with that.
Right.
Actually, the real girl, the lady that lied to the father, her real name is actually Joanna.
No, I named Rosanna.
That's why I was like, okay, I'll take it, because I was so disappointed. I was like, but since you put that documentary, Love Doctor, that means you're going to stop eating Chick-fil-A, because I know you love Chick-fil-A.
Listen, I told
No.
I tell my mother, go ahead and eat it. When they fall out, see if I run down and fall. See if I run down. Let me tell you, I seen somebody right. Hold on for a minute. Let me see that. That person here. Yes, that was the part. I know that right. I don't know how these folk didn't do it. As a matter of fact, this young lady here is the one that told me about them putting MSG in that chicken. That's why the line runs around. It's only chicken, people. Ain't but so much you can do it, baby. You either gonna fry it, grill it, or bake it, okay?
That young lady, the one that told you that, you said?
Yes. So this was years ago. Let me say that. She told me, the reason why I stopped, she's the one that told me they put MSG in the chicken years ago.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, years ago she told me this. I remember. I've been swore Chick-fil-A. I've been told people, listen, man, the only thing I will eat from them if I got something fries.
I see how things are.
For me, I just don't eat it. Let me tell you why. There's a lot of stuff I eat. I eat every bit of everything, but it's just some places I leave them alone. It's chicken. It's only chicken. It don't make sense to wrap around the building unless you're putting stuff on it. That's how they get you. Just like the Chinese people do with their MSG they put on their food.
Did you know that black people put MSG on their food and seasoning? I didn't know that.
McDonald's all
I was sitting there looking. Every black family have what I'm about to show you. Every black household has this. Did y'all know that this right here ain't nothing but MSG?
I don't have that. I don't use it.
What is that?
I've never used it.
And we don't use that. What are you talking about?
And he said black people like very.
Look at the ingredients. That's MSG on it.
Well,
yeah, but that's not everyone uses it.
Hold on. Head. Turn it back up. Put it back. Let me see the ingredients. You can't just show it and run off. Let us see the ingredients again. Head. Thank you, Head. Blow it up. The man just be moving. Now, where you see MSG at? Sugar.
Right here.
Okay, glow. Okay. That was that monosodium.
That's what it is.
Glutamate.
Yeah,
that's how they change it. The way they change it. Yeah, I mean, most people want to look. People just look for just MSG.
I grew up with this product in my house. I didn't know that was MSG.
And you don't want to eat it. And you don't want to eat. That's how they get it. People, a lot of that stuff, Miss Dash, a lot of this stuff, you had to look at a lot of these people. A lot of these seasons. Let me tell you what we do. Hold on for a second. If anybody wants to, right, let me tell you about it.
Y'all had that in y'all house.
Okay. Hold on, this right here.
You grew up in the hood.
All right, shed it till you ready.
That's number one. I guess it takes me off.
You ain't grew up in the right hood, then you ain't certified.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get this to show on TV. Hold on. What I need to move this. What I need? Okay,
there,
right
there.
here.
Yeah.
Y'all can see it.
No,
sir.
Before there you
Y'all
go.
see that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a salt that Tula and I, we eat this, we live by this, okay? This is all natural salt. This is not that done sea salt, that pink Himalayan, all that stuff is garbage. We don't all do all that. This salt here, let me tell you about this salt right here. It does not, it comes from a plant. This salt, listen, you lose no taste. We sell this salt. My friend, we don't just say this is what we eat. Our members were buying it, then them jokes went back. Y'all see it's a grain. You see this? It takes nothing away from the flavor. It don't taste like no. Listen, you taste it. You don't miss any saute. It does not affect your blood pressure. Mm-hmm. It's healthier. It's a cleaner salt. It's better than Himalayan salt. All that stuff. We sell here $40. Now, well, y'all member, they pay $35. I ain't gonna tell you no lie what they pay. But you ain't a member, you're gonna pay $40. I lose money with them jokers. So I'm just up front with you. Ain't no lie, no game. $40. This is what we do. We eat this. This is what we cook with. What you cook with, Smitty?
What?
Salt. Pink Himalayan?
No.
What do you use?
No, I use green salt. It's
y'all see that? It comes from a plant.
Did you use that in my latest powder?
I didn't put salt in.
Delicious.
Yeah. You've been seasoned with that, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we use. Listen, I'm talking about for health.
It's really some good stuff, y'all. So y'all need to
no taste. We lose no taste.
Hit them up. Get that.
Tastes like salt, just like salt.
I'm telling you, don't lose nothing. Now, I got members. Them tell they do. They be so hard headed. That's on them. I can't pay for no salt. But you can pay a doctor bill. You can pay for them prescription. You're behind down. I done told them. Listen, I don't put mine on notice. Your behind go down. I'm not coming to that hospital to see them COVID folks. Stay your behind down there by yourself. If you go down because you're doing the right thing, call me. Text me first because you don't know. Let me tell you this also. I've been cleaning up my stuff. I've been taking them tests on.
He getting that. Is this right here? Is this another joke from your son?
No, they don't know joke. They're right here.
Right there,
I do that. I clean that code.
Free.
All right, man. Hold on.
Diary free.
It's supposed to be dairy.
Yeah.
Get out my.
That's what I tell you. Super dude, listen, super dude. I take that right there. You need to clean your gut out. That's one. They got
Hey, you know
something
what? I just finished mine up for 7 days, so now I'm getting ready to go on my probiotic.
I'll show y'all the probiotic. This right here, what I take. I take one of these every day.
I can't see it.
They say high blood pressure.
Screen.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it turned around. They can see where to show. Okay, there here. This I take that there. After I did my 7-day clean, I'm gonna go back in another 2 months. I'm gonna take one a whole body deep. I'll tell y'all what I take. One thing, this what I try to get my mom to follow me. I ain't the person out every other week. Okay, them joke out every other week. Kid, listen, the kids sick. You gotta start changing. These folks killing us. Okay, so Arnett, don't text me. You see what it was? He gonna text me in a minute and ask me the same question. Same thing I did tell y'all. Ain't nothing changed. Pay attention. Y'all take care of yourself. These folks killing you. Your kid, when them folks come back Monday from school, your kid gonna be right out by Wednesday. 2-3 weeks, you'll be telling them lies. You gotta clean detox. Let me show y'all what I take. What I got them on after you finish that. I want you to know what I take. This right here. Now I got something. Listen, my members ain't gonna take
you in the medicine cabinet room? You got all your medicines right now?
Why you worried about it?
I know that right. Let me tell you what now.
Y'all for business. Time to go back.
I'm going back.
Put it in front of your face.
Oh, oh.
That ain't gonna work.
Move back over.
There you go. There you go.
You see it there.
There you go. That's where you can see everything clear.
Y'all see that? Y'all get a picture of that? This is a mint. They're for prostate. What's that? 50 billion. Can you blow it? They already wrote 50 billion. And for prostate, clean that tract out. You need to line your intestinal tract back with a good probiotic. You can also eat sauerkraut and other things. But a lot of times you get this sauerkraut stuff made up. It don't give you your full benefit unless you do it the right proper way. But this right here is already broken down. 2 pills a day. A man take this every day to line that stomach, protect it. That's how they're going to kill you, through the stomach, through the brain, through the stomach.
What I need to get that right there. What store you get that from?
They send out the link. It was online.
This see that. Let me tell you what happened. Now, how do you know about that? How do you know that, Rosanna?
It was in the thread.
that means this man don't pay attention. So I know for a fact I had to put in that thread more than 2 times. No, I put in that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Listen,
it's
y'all
cheaper
What
there.
I'm saying is,
if y'all people want to get
somebody's
better,
birthday and you sitting there with the birthday thread,
I sure you know
with 100 other threads. So
let me tell y'all something, people. If y'all want to take care of yourself, no, if this 100%, no, I take some other things too. This is me. This is me also helping y'all. Okay, you have to start cleaning up your diet. The reason why is because it affects your mental. When your health is at a certain or disproportion, your logic and your rationale for making decisions will be affected. You need to make sure you are spiritually conscious, mentally conscious, and you need to make sure you have a state of being with your health. So I encourage people. I fuss at my member. Anybody want me like, I don't give them no break. They ain't get no breaks on me because I hobble them. I love those people. And I let them know when they do stupid stuff. Like I tell you, do stupid stuff because I care. I want you to take it. We also have one for the children. Hold on. For the women. This is what I suggest to the women. You know that they'll ask me about. This is what y'all ask me. You want to irritate me? Ask me about something else when I'm showing you something. What about this? That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. This is what for the women. My daughter takes this, Brittany, and my wife. This also help too with the vagina. We want to make sure there are other areas. This is good for the uterus. We want to make sure we take out. Listen, anywhere there's a hole, something goes in or out. We need to make sure we protect those holes, okay? Not the ones on the street now. We need to protect the holes on your body. So this is the one for women I recommend. We looked this up. This is 50 billion milligrams you take once daily. This is for women. You don't have to refrigerate. The one I have is refrigerated for the men, so you have to keep it cool. It's a live culture. So it's something living. You can also get it from yoga. I don't fool a lot of yoga. Yoga's cheap. They're not putting enough in yoga. I take these. These are concentrated, good, clean company. 50 billion for women. It'll help with the urinary tract. It helps out with the it's got a lot of different benefits. I can't read this stuff. My eyes are bad. Do you know what all this one does?
You said I can't see it.
Digestive and your immune system. So from a woman, you need to make sure you look at this and get it. Cookie, who he ordered it for. If you can put that link up here, we'll post the cookie. The one for the men, one for the women. Because see, I told y'all, listen, y'all listen to me. My members don't pay attention. Don't think it. Listen, don't y'all fool yourself and think because these people they pay attention. They don't pay attention. They'll be laid out somewhere. All I'm gonna do is replace them. I'm gonna replace them. Cause let me tell you something. You gotta get these. Look, I tell them about these videos. When Orlando Brown, what his name was, telling them about television. I already teach my member this stuff. I told them this stuff. They don't listen because they hard-headed, and that's why their life be in a wreck because they don't pay attention. And it irritates me to the fifth power. And I don't cut no colors. I let y'all know because they doing right. I'm gonna tell you. Now I got their back, but I want to slap their front. Woman, I think I can hang out with you. I like the way you lay into them jokes. That's right. You gotta let them have. They hard-headed. It ain't every one on them. Hard. See that? You right. Yoga had to. Let them tell what they do, woman. I show them what to take. They're going to ask me something stupid about something else I hadn't had the conversation. If you know, don't ask me. Just take it. Do what you do. I'm trying to suggest the best thing that I know for helping them. I'm going to give you the word. I'm going to live it by example. I'm going to say, listen, let's clean up our dietary tract. Your intestinal, what goes in your mouth goes into your belly. That is the easiest way to kill you. It's going to mess you up mentally, the metals, the toxins, the sugar. Listen, let me tell you something else I told all my men to do every day. They ain't going to listen. Listen. I'm only telling this to people going to listen, not my members. None of my members, they ain't going to say none of them. 5% I'm going to listen. This is what I want y'all men to take. Y'all see this? I want you to eat organic pumpkin seeds every day. Now, why they do something stupid? They're going to ask me something stupid again. They're just stupid. I'm just going to ask you. Mama asked the dumbest, stupidest question I ever heard in my life. This right here, they see it. They're going to ask me about something else. They're going to ask me about watermelon. I'm not talking about watermelon. They're going to ask me about mayonnaise. This is going to help you, men, with your prostate. We are constantly being bombarded with prostate problems. You can get the pumpkin seed oil. Get it. You need it every day. It's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to help curb your sugar cravings. It's going to help you with your prostate. Listen, I was 2 minutes. I got the 2 minutes and 3 seconds. I'm 10 flat.
My man, I knew you could do it.
Now, if I eat 5 more than I've been eating, I'm for 10 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yep, I get pregnant.
Because no,
it's on.
That's right.
No, we don't want bad word.
All right, then.
Bad word.
All right, now. Don't let me get praying.
There's always time.
Hey, it's some more gas.
See that your mother-in-law. See his mother-in-law bought him some.
Let me get the prayer now.
Chicken peas and Mr. Billy, y'all. But hey, I know the listen. Did he know about Val Escape there?
That's why he had to work on
it. Cause Val escaped. The Val, get your behind back to work. But listen, apricot seeds are good for killing parasites. They're also good for killing cancer cells. Apricot seeds have a type of a cyanide in them. And they're really good for those that are battling cancer. I think they typically they ask you to take about 7 a day just for regular maintenance. They're terrible. You can't eat them. They're terrible. I don't know anybody who can stomach eating them. You can grind them and put them inside of a smoothie. If you are dealing with cancer, it's typically recommended to take about 30 a day. So apricot seeds can also be good. But this is what I recommend. I would not take apricot seeds when I'm eating McDonald's.
Yeah, no, right?
No Chick-fil-A and no damn Piggly Wiggly grocery. Then talk about, that junk don't work. They be lying.
Tear it down.
That's right.
I'm just saying, we got to clean up our diet. I told my kid, listen, them dark colored juices and drinks. If I drink a soda, I usually buy ginger beer. If I drink a dark color soda, it's going to be a ginger ale, not Canada Dry because they ain't got no ginger in it, just Spark. I try to stay away from the Sprites, a lot of that stuff. I try to really stay away from sodas together. But if I do, I'm gonna do a dark colored drink. I gotta remember that's dye. That dye goes in your kidneys. When you get old like me, if I was 18, shoot, man, I'd chug them down. Strike your tongue red. Look at my tongue, great, it's red. What color are your organs? So I stay away from that dark color stuff. Just putting it out there. So I know too, before we go, to give us a help, something that you would recommend. All these are just recommendations what I do. Yeah. Oh, Slave Valley, there's a slave named Valerie. Yeah, she done picked Mr. Billy P. There's a slave named Valerie. Done picked Mr. Billy P. There's a slave named Valerie. Whoa, done picked Mr. Billy P. Pick this, please don't whoop me, Mr. Billy. She told me that song she grew up on. I just want to know.
You got a good voice.
Wow, that's so nice.
I try to get a better one. Huh?
You have a good voice. You can hold a note. I can work with you.
That's sad. Piggly Wiggly is the only grocery store we have in our small town, right? I got you. Andrew, what I tell you to do when you go, no, he's right. A lot of these times, I think he's from Mississippi. He's right. That's typically what they do to keep us sick. Piggly Wiggly, thing about it, Andrew, you will have to ride, but you want to think about your health. So I mean, I don't know about the community where you're at, what's your situation. It would be good if you were able to like have your own chickens. You don't have to have a lot, just enough for you and your family. I mean, to get the proper eggs, get more natural. Piggly Wiggly, Food Lion, Save-A-Lots, all these places.
You said the food be lying. The food don't tell the truth.
No, it doesn't steal bread. You got to be a thinker to catch that. So now what you got to do, you really have to look at your health. Making that sacrifice because, Andrew, what they do, this is how they get us. They keep better stores away from us. Poor white people aren't any better than blacks. Unfortunately, they will spend their time hating us when they don't realize they shop at these same stores. If they'll give you older meat that they'll shoot dye in to make it look red. They'll keep that blood. A lot of them will keep that blood, keep the needle. You can re-inject the meat because when the meat gets old, you'll see it starts to change where the blood starts to run out of it. Just like a person when they die, when the blood starts to drain out of them, you can see the face feature change because the blood is drained out of them. That's what keeps you kind of alive looking is the blood. So the meat, what they'll do, they will inject the meat, keep the blood to make the meat look fresher, rewrap it, put another sticker on it. You have to start looking at your health. You got to look at the chip. They're going to have a cheaper chip. Golden Flake. Golden Flake ain't sold a pack of chip, man, said 1806. At one time, Golden Flake was as big as, Frito-Lay. So you really have to start looking at things, looking at the salt. If I buy chips, I'm always buying a chip. If I buy chips, I'm going to buy chips. They're going to say low sodium. I want half the sodium to no sodium. Because I start looking at they feed. This is the only way they get us to eat their food. They're either going to salt it or sugar. Salt, sugar, and MSG. Those are the three ways they're going to get us to eat the food. So it ain't the cooking anymore. Or, oh man, you're a good cook. It's the salt, the sugar, and the MSG. Tell us something good too to help them out.
You did it.
You agree?
Yep.
Give us a help at Confederate. Hope you're feeling better. We connect him with someone in my own business. And then I hear the crazy statement. I have never picked kind, but it's some other people. What about, hey, you pick peas. I like Mr. B. I'm glad Black Ambition. She listen, and you know what? I guarantee she was rocking and tapping her foot. All slaves do it, except for Kunta. He got Morris Cole, because he can't go everybody. But when Kunta do it, he be it's Morris Cole. Because remember he had a pig leg.
Peg leg or pig leg? Yeah, peg.
Pig. So that's how I do it. So Andrew, what he said, You sure know what you talk about. Fruits be old. Look, that's how they get us. And what we do, all small country towns, they do it to every one of them. If I do eat chips or Indiana popcorn, Tula make her popcorn. She get popcorn and make it too.
He said that's something. Maybe that's what I was trying to get you to eat today.
Chip. Now I can't eat. I'm trying to eat the elements.
Oh.
My chips grow by the sun too. I just can't eat everything. Some bags of food and some stuff you eat just make you feel white. I need to always keep that my blackness. I'm just being honest with y'all. I had to eat. Let me tell you something. Learning to eat to your melon is good too. We don't talk about that. There are certain foods we eat. We try to emulate everyone's eating style, and it doesn't fit us. We're not cauliflower people. We ain't eggplant people. We have to eat foods that feed our melon and feed our system. Just like Joanna, you came from. How many different fruits y'all ate?
Oof, I can't even count them.
But think about it, where you come from, that part of South America, those foods are native to that area. And you ate how many foreign fruits did you eat?
It wasn't foreign to me there.
Okay, let's try it again. You finna get a check. All the fruit you ate came from where you were at, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, when I say that, look at people of color. Where does the fruit come from that they eat? They say it come from America. You're not American.
Right.
That's the problem. Oh, why are you sick? They can bleed. Don't let these people fool us. Everyone eats to that. Listen, white people eat cauliflower. White people eat because that's native to them. Their food comes from where they come from. They make sure they feed themselves what they eat and from their region, even though they're here.
That makes
sense. They do.
It makes sense.
They gave you your food. Collard green is not no food for us. Quit being stupid. They don't eat no collard greens in a kibble.
That's why we have to put so much seasoning on it.
Yeah, because it's not our food. All the pork is not a major consumed food over in the regions. These are things they gave you here and told you these are your native food. Quit being stupid. Mm-hmm. These are not foods native. That's why we stay sick.
That's true.
So you can see the food effect. When this food from America, they won't even eat it in England. McDonald's will not cook the same food in England, in France that they cook here. Because those people won't eat it.
True.
They feed you foods that other people won't eat. You still a slave. How you think you got pork? Because he gave you the worst part. The white man ate pork. He didn't eat chitlins. He ate the higher ends of it. He ate the better of it. You ate the slop. You ate the nose. You ate the foot. You ate the tail. You ate the groins. That's why we sick, and we are a product of what we've eaten. So now I come along and I preach a hard, stern doctrine because I'm trying to reinvigorate our people to life. And then I know you got to change the diet so you can get your mental clarity. Your first defense is knowledge, not a weapon. That is your first defense, knowledge. Wisdom, kagma, it's a skill. That's why you're not performing. That's why you're not making it. You don't have kagma. That is a skill. Wisdom, understanding. But that is ability. I give you what you need to survive. These people fight me. They hate me. I said a lot. I'm good.
They just like the McDonald's preacher.
It ain't just that. They like every time I tell them they do the opposite.
At McDonald's, I do like filet of fish.
They like it.
I mean, people like it. You do like it. Like if I had to choose, I mean, if you were somewhere you just take your road trip and you stop between McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, those are two places you're gonna eat. Where are you gonna eat?
I'm gonna pick up some fries from Chick-fil-A.
Yep, that's what you got.
I don't even like the fries. There's some.
I appreciate what you're saying. I appreciate what you're doing. I'm listening. I hear what you're saying. Now these other folks, they're gonna kick up, but I don't kick up. I understand. You just supposed to
he'll do the opposite. He's getting better. He gets better. This is something for me, and you know, that's how I say this. I'm a person that's bogged down with a lot of responsibility. Having to care for people and trying to educate people on. You said you wanted to get right. You say you want to live right. You say you don't want to die. You don't want to burn.
Right.
I work my hardest and my best to not just teach, but to be example to what I teach. Then I have to consider the financial aspects of people. So I have to come up with ideas and trades, investments that can help my people on that end too. Some work out, some don't. It's like quitters. A lot of people's quitters. And they go in because they don't look at, it's a full process what I do. You can't, I want the investment part, but then you don't want the living part. I want the living part, but I don't want to do the obedience part. So then I said, let's clean up everything about us so you have a better opportunity for your survival. People, we are dying. I don't know if y'all watched the news today, but according to a report, pretty much all of America was hit with an earthquake. And with that happening, it was small, like 1 point something, 2 point something in some places. And people just going on like this a joke. We dying. You got massive, you got flood. Look at Japan. Japan was hit with an earthquake.
I know.
Right behind that, plane come in, crash, burn it. All the people made it off. The plane was totally engulfed. The rains over there, they have mudslide rains. It's killing them. In England, Europe is getting frozen out. It's like in some parts 40 below. Sweden, places like that 17 below. They're freezing out. Listen, the trains can't run, schools closed, and now it's going to bring on sickness, which now with the coronavirus that they created, they dispersed on the people by the hands and by the will of Yahuwah. Which means these people are gonna be sick. These people are gonna be sick as soon as they get up a little bit, they're gonna be traveling again. Like these idiots that travel for Christmas. When I say the idiots, the people you sick. You sick. Why? I got my they are sending to school sick. I'm irritated with my kids sick. I ask why. I mean the rest of them sick. So okay, let's let you be stupid too. So we're not getting better because no one processing. Withdraw yourself from the system. So then you can come back to the system and you can be better reinvigorated. So while this time is out, I told my members this. I suggested, can't make them, they grown, but I got tricked for a bunch. I told them, listen, I'm gonna have some openings. Y'all gonna see. I told them, they know me. I'm very strategic. Listen, I'm getting rid of people because I don't have time. If you're not serious about the whole person, I can't help you. The whole person needs help.
Yep.
Your mental, your physical, your economically, you need to be fixed.
That's true.
Absolutely. Will you be made whole? Not you want to be healed because we're only talking about one specific area. I'm talking about complete healness to the man, to the whole person. Mm-hmm. So you can function, you can make better decisions, you can say, when you pray, you can communicate, you can connect. Your sicknesses, your illness, your fatness, all this stupid stuff, it pulls away, and that's energy that's deflected.
It's absolutely true.
But they fight me. So listen, I'm tired, boss. I told them, listen, y'all won. I told them, they won. They beat me. I have been beaten by these people. I won't lose. I will not lose. I'm very calculated. I'm very calculated. They have no idea. I'm serious about the way. Listen, people hit me. Don't waste your time calling me unless you're talking about. Listen, lose my number. If you're not talking about the whole man, I can't even help you. I can't help you. Stop letting people lie to you. Quick fix don't work. Come on, Tony, shoot me one. You're going to be back again. I want to give you something when you go away. You have the ability to function. That's me.
Well, I just want to tell you, I thank you because getting the word, the ball on the Ruach side, and also I finishing up today is my 7th day on this cleanser, and it really is helping. So I definitely appreciate that. I see the link. I already placed my order for my probiotics, and I also find a store that's locally in the area. If y'all don't want to wait those shipping days, that also had the two. So I definitely appreciate the motivation and encouragement because I'm at a point now I'm really starting to take my health a lot more serious.
Yeah, getting older. Listen, for those that ordered offline, I don't get a dime. Whether you buy in the store, it's cheaper offline. It might be a few days.
Cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper offline.
That's why. See, this is what I had to do, and this for people. I had to get people, Tim, Austin. I said, look this up, pull this. I'll be busy. So I made these people do this for me. They have to sit down and listen, they don't just pull a link. They have to go through and find out who's the cheapest price for them, whether in store and do. I got people do this for me for you. So all you gotta do is pull the link and order. These people have to sit down for me, find who got the best price. So all you get a link, we taking the work off, and then you get people fight you, mess around. It's like, listen, I don't have time. I'm busy. Listen, people gonna come to me. Y'all know why they gonna come to me? Because they know I'm genuine. They know I'm standing on a principle, and I can help you on every end. Okay?
Hey, they come to you because you're a compass.
I try to tell the people all the time.
I see you, love doctor. Okay.
I appreciate you. I mean, all credit to Mr. Yahuwah.
You're paying attention.
Everything
Okay.
he give me. Listen, everything he give. Listen, man. I tell my mama, I could pray for you that you will live. These people fight me, but then it comes with a process of change, reconditioning yourself. Totally. Listen, y'all, we are so busy. We are so busy. People have no idea. That's why it might like I got somewhere. She has taken on going to school to be a doctor. Okay, she didn't go to school to be an herbalist. She's going to school to be a doctor because this is something we believe in. This ain't no game. How many people go to school to be a doctor? We ain't talking about go online and take a test and you get a bunch of done herbal bottles.
No.
This is medical, learning the body, not just doing acupuncture. Learning the medicines that are set for your body to be able to diagnose you, tell you what you need to do, what actually fits your. That's how much we care. That's time. That's money we take out of our lives that we do for you people to make sure our people, and these people bite me in the behind. These people fight me. It's like, oh, I don't need you. I don't need it. We don't need it. Because we trying to fix our people's lives on every end. You want to live. You want the best. He said, listen, the thief, this is your governments. These are your athletes. These are your performers, professionals. The thief, he coming to kill, to steal. That's what he come to do. He said, but I've come that you might have life. Not just have it, but you can have it more abundantly. So when I come to my member, y'all do the math, those that listen to me. Do I just come in and preach the book and close the book and say, figure it out? I will explain. I will give you examples. We will look up to make sure you know. I will talk about your health issue. I will talk about financial, what we can do to structure. Because you don't just need to live. You need to live better. So that's just where I'm at. Listen, I'm in a good place in my life and my relationship with Mr. Yahuwah. I really don't have that time. Y'all have heard more than you need to hear today, but I assure you, to the way of y'all synagogue, to the rest of y'all, I am very calculated. I mark everything. Listen, okay, people, listen, I don't miss it. People might think, if I caught it, believe me, I caught it. I might not tell you about it. It might be some years from now. I assure you I caught it. I am for people who want the whole man fixed. I can't help people that just want to fix one problem. Hey, preacher, fix my marriage. I assure you, your marriage is a product of other things you are doing.
Absolutely.
To fix your marriage, we need to fix your health. We need, because it's going to go with your decision making, your wellness, how you interact with the word, how well do you heed commands. I have a problem. We're communicating. I assure you, that's not your only problem. Y'all heard a lot tonight. Appreciate you. Make no mistake. That's what I offer. I offer people that to be made whole. I don't have time to play games with people. People, listen, I don't need y'all to send me no money to do nothing. My end is this. I want you better all the way. You need this. You need to fix your relationship. You need to create and not fabricate a relationship with this man. You need to understand the workings. You need to understand the ideology of this man. You need to understand the etymology. Well, things originate from with him. So you have a better understanding of why commandment You gotta have command of subject. The subject matter at hand. You gotta have command. And you don't have it. That's why you're so open to things. Listen, I'll tell y'all this. Things that they found with Yahushua was his ability to be able to show people how to break strongholds. 38 years laying in the pool. What medicine did he use? He used command.
Mm.
When he used command, he gave direction after that. Otherwise, he said, when you leave, don't commit this act unless something worse come on you. He needed to understand you were in this situation for how long. And if you go back to it or something near it, it's going to be worse. He gave him direction for life and a command for to realize when these things come to entangle you, I can't get entangled. They watched this man when they were on the ship and they saw all the different weather factors coming at there. And this man got up and he was able of himself to bring a calm. Your whole life is tragic, it's stormy, it's bliss, and you don't know how to speak to it and stop it. You know what they're trying to do. These people are so dumb, they're trying to go find somewhere where bad weather and walk out there. And your behind is gonna get blowed in the ditch. Your storm is your life. And you got to be able to speak to it and stop it. I ain't talking about no false prophet conversation, no lay your hands on nothing. You have to have clarity. You got to have direction. You got to have focus. You have to have desire. You have to have will. You have to have an affection, not an infection, because that is sin. You have to have an affection, a love for what you're doing and want to live. That is my secret. That is my secret. That's why I'm successful at what I do. Now you do you. You looking at where you at. You eating, you taking all that stuff, and where are you spiritually? Because you only trying to fix one thing and you don't realize your problem is bigger than that one thing. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna let these ladies close y'all out too. I know I get out. Listen, I can pray for you that you live. He told him, listen, Abimelech you call him. He said, Abraham is a Nabal. He will pray for you that you will live. That's what I do. That's what I do. I live by it. Now, what we're going to do, these lovely ladies here are going to let y'all know they're going to give y'all a saying tonight. I have said a whole lot tonight. I'm overtaking the show. But you know what? I love people. The harbor is the word we use. I don't care about your color. I don't care about your race. I'm a lover of good people. I love good people. I'm a good person. I know it's other people. They just need people you just need somebody to understand you. You need somebody to just give you the whole truth and not give you this little secret. I need the whole truth. I don't need no little secret. Give me the whole truth. Then let me decide what I'm gonna do. That's what I gave. So, Thule, Resident Joe, these are their specialties. These are things that they schooled in, skilled in, operate in. She operate in, dealing with people, mental stability, helping people out in that area, kind of getting focused or redirecting, getting some understanding to what they do. Thule deal with in school. And she's taking a break. Then she's running for office. Doing all that because we want to show our people that the people of the Most High are the best people if anybody to be in position to be fair regardless of a person color.
That's right.
Or regardless of a person, political association, and see somebody get in there and live right and do it. Live right and do it. We talk about everybody riding. When the people that right do it, all you do is criticize and you don't show up. So the other people continue to victimize us. But the will of Yahuwah will be done. So if y'all can offer these people some advice, and then my specialty, love Doctor, he's a very intelligent person. Please don't take the country vernacular, southern vernacular to throw you off the field as though he's not. Very intelligent engineer, does very well for himself. He does not say anything about them and what he does. He is a genuine person. He will and he cares. These people care.
Yep.
Boston is not here tonight, but we're here. And, but they care. That's why they're here. We all have our special. Me, I'm just kind of something. Like, my members will tell you, my saying is, you ain't gonna believe it. I done did something everything. So tell them something from y'all field that you feel that can help impart some knowledge or some information to someone listening before we go. I said enough myself. I'm a listener too. I'm also a student.
I'm next.
Go ahead, Rosanna.
Don't make decisions according to your past. Make decisions according to how you want your present to be.
Or your future.
Your future.
We appreciate it. And also, let me say, it don't always have to be last or number 2 if you heard. But if you get a chance, please try to lay a turd.
In the present.
That's for somebody out there who got our money. That's for somebody who got our money, and we want you to show up.
In the future.
I like that. I like that. That's real good. I would say, whatever you do in life, just make certain that you try your best to learn how to solve problems, avoid conflicts.
That's good. All right. Life is to live it, not to quit it. What you got for us, Tulin?
Oh, it's about life, or okay? I'm gonna get
whatever. Before you go, Derek got this. Before you go, you always give us last. Don't make permanent decisions in temporary places. Okay. I can take that. That's good. We have to live like we want to live. Okay, that's true. That's a good saying. Somebody like that's true. Live. If you saying you want to live eternally, then live like you're trying to live eternally. There's things you need to do. Things that people say, I don't want to die. Then live like it. How you eat, how you conversate, how you associate. All those mean you living to live and not living to die. So I understand that saying. What you got for us, Tula? Oh, hold on. We got one more saying for you. Go. 6. This one talking about her husband. That's her saying for night. 6. She talking about her husband. You're right. We get her haircut very honest. You should have put very in front of it. That's good. We appreciate your saying tonight too. And you married to him, that makes you a sicko. Go ahead. Hold on, we got one more. Don't put all your peas in one bit. Listen, we're trying to. We don't need no slave talk. We don't need no slave talk. Go ahead. Tula.
Take your hand off your mouth and talk to the microphone.
I'll just make sure, because every time I start, I just want to make sure he was ready.
We had somebody come over.
It was you. Okay. Good health is not something we can buy. However, it can be an extremely valuable savings account.
Go ahead, Tula.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
That's good. Listen, that's it. Take care of yourselves out there, people. Do the right thing. Y'all heard it right here.
Y'all.
We'll hobby y'all too. We'll hobby. Every one of y'all. We'll hobby.
We're about to take it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind. 2 nights and a mind.
All right. Thank you guys so much for your contributions. And like he said, we will find an organization that this will go to, and we will let you know, a report to you or we send it.
Exactly. So we'll keep trying to help them out. We'll hub y'all. Y'all mean a lot to us. Thank you for everything you do. We're going to get that turd one way or another.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
That's what we're going to do. Make some lecture to Brown.
You